everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to ENN.
Welcome.
Ray-Ro.
On TUE.
ENN tonight, it's brought to you by our friends at Security Dodge. And I'd like to start off this big ENN by saying good evening to Michael.
This pair of underpants.
See, Don, you got to trust me. It needed a day to hit. But now listen again.
This pair of underpants.
Now, are you going to cut off the person that cut that, Michael? Are you done with them too?
It doesn't matter.
It just changes my opinion of you. Don't worry.
Let's say good evening to Don.
Didn't you love the bleacher creature? Did recover. I fumbled the punt.
What?
Yeah, but I picked it up and I got a kickoff.
Yeah, listen. Don, it wasn't a beauty. You know, you weren't Matt Turk or Sean Landetta, but you got it. And to Michael and myself, he should have stayed up, waiting, staring at his phone. Come on.
I did.
Well, you're a loser. No offense.
You know what? The last couple of days are making it easier. It really is.
Oh, stop it, will you?
Yeah.
That was nothing.
I'm good.
Wow.
Oh, we know that.
Everything's fine.
I mean, listen, you only started even acting remotely like you might get sentimental today.
No, I'm not going to get sentimental. That was performative.
See? And then it turns out that was performative.
Yeah.
Man, I was watching some classic Dons from last night. Oh, man.
Yes, had a good one.
This guy's had a hell of a run on this program.
Yes, just had one just before we came back from break, from Brian in Manhattan when he.
So I watched that.
Clown show.
I have no recollection that's where Clown Show came from. None. When we play that drop, Clown Show, Don.
That's not where it came
No
from.
clue. You did or did not?
That's not. I called him a clown, but us chanting "Clown Show" didn't come from that call.
Oh yeah, it sure did.
Did it?
Oh, sure did. I watched it all yesterday. After you scream,
Okay.
you guys have the other drops. I win.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the screaming drops that you have there.
That was a moment. That was a moment.
Keep going.
I lifted the chair over my head.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on there.
I win. You started chanting "Winner, winner, chicken dinner" and dancing up and jumping up and down.
Yeah. It was a great moment because Brian was just he was.
Do you remember Brian, Michael?
No.
He was just a caller. We'd always get into it about football.
Always.
And he said he didn't have a team, and then he finally admitted he had a team, and it was glorious.
And when he finally admitted he had a team, that's when. Oh, another great drop. You have no guts. That
You
also.
have no guts. I win.
That's Michael. That's all. That's all from the Brian.
Oh
rant.
my God, you're so weak.
I
didn't win because you're a clown show.
I didn't remember any of this.
No?
And then at the end, Don starts saying, "Everybody join in, clown show, clown show," and that's how we got
Clown show. Clown show. Clown show. Clown show.
What a moment.
What a moment
Speaking of which, it's time to go back to yet another great moment in K-Show history.
Gil and Bensonhurst. Gil.
Michael, this is Gil in Bensonhurst. Listen to me, Michael, please. Please don't hang up. Please listen. Okay. Last night, this whole thing would be different if Joe Girardi, if Aaron Boone had the presence of mind to pinch hit for Gary Sanchez in the first inning.
All right, goodbye, Gil. You said no.
Goodbye.
I lied.
Get off the phone.
Goodbye,
Get
Gil.
off
Goodbye,
the phone.
Gil. Bye-bye, Gil.
God, I
Bye-bye,
can't
Gil.
talk to people
Bye-bye,
like this
Gil.
anymore.
Bye-bye, Gil.
Oh, my
Bye-bye,
God,
Gil.
stop it,
Pinch hit
Gil.
for Gary Sanchez in the first inning. Then why was he in the lineup, Gilbert?
Yeah, stop. Just don't dial the phone, please. Or have the nurse not dial the phone, okay? I just don't understand. Michael, we got to stop. Andrew, screen them out. We can't do it. We're on for another 3 hours. It can't be done. Screen them out. I'll take an Islander call. I'm not going to do this today. I'm not. I'll get ready for the Ranger game. I'll sit in the corner like Blair Witch with my notebook, and I'll write all the numbers down for the Capitals. I'm not going to sit here for 3 hours and talk to moron baseball fans. You're not going to pinch hit for a catcher in the first inning and then leave yourself with just one catcher for the rest of the game. Austin Romine's going to hit a grand slam home run? Why? He's 0 for 2 in the history of the postseason, for God's sakes. Stop it. Screen him out.
Michael, all these years later, it's just as great to me.
The only thing I really contributed of any kind of import was calling him Gilbert.
No. And you also literally said bye-bye Gil 5 times in a row. And I thought it would mostly set off Michael. I didn't know that Gil would send Don full Blair Witch.
The two things I take from that every time we play it is I can't believe we didn't know it was you. Like now knowing it was you, it just so sounds like you. But we weren't expecting it. And the other thing that people may not know, Andrew was really mad at me.
Why?
Because he took it personal when I said screen him out.
Oh, really?
So he had taken some blame for letting Gil get on, at least on the air. But he was in on it, though, right?
Wait. Michael?
Yeah.
Are there moments like this where you start to worry that Don still doesn't understand exactly what happened?
No, I noticed.
Well,
not good.
I just said he knew what was in, but he still got upset.
Because
Don't scream at me on the show. I said already, Don, it was embarrassing.
Nobody set Andrew off like Don, and he wonders why he doesn't get invited to the dinners.
No, you know why? Because I truly get close to these people. And no, you really...
Like Soto.
But you don't really have a relationship with someone unless every once in a while you end up attacking each other verbally.
That's real.
No, I'm being serious, right, Peter?
I agree.
Come on. You argue with your wife and you love her, but there's going to be times where you raise your voice. And I fought with Ryan and Andrew because I felt a closeness that it was okay. Like you wouldn't yell at a stranger or somebody you don't have much of a relationship with because you'd be afraid that you'd throw down or that it would do real damage to the relationship. We were able to do that because we knew we were good.
You yelled at Gilbert.
I hated Gilbert at the time.
Was that also the only time security was called on this show?
Was security
Why was
called?
security called?
Didn't somebody in the Capitol Arena come up to Don asking if he was okay?
Oh yeah, during the break, yeah. But we were entertained because there are people, trying to. Joe Beninati's getting ready for the game for the Capitals, and he's coming over, just wondering what the hell's going on. Why is there somebody screaming in the Rangers booth? This doesn't happen. Even if they know there's a sports show going on, why would they think I'd be screaming? Screen them out.
An email has come into this big ENN, the penultimate K-Show ENN, from Ethan, who wrote me and Don. He said,
From
I don't
the
have
Mets?
K's email.
Ethan from
Yeah,
the
I thought it
Mets?
was Ethan from the Mets.
No,
I like
it's
Ethan
not.
from the Mets.
Great guy. But this is not that Ethan. Ethan says, Peter, Don, and Michael, you were nice enough to have me in the studio back in 2018 when I returned from my deployment to Iraq.
Okay, I remember that.
After I sent the show an email saying how the TMKS podcast could make even the desert feel like home. Since 2018, a lot has changed. My job moved me to Virginia. I got married. And 15 days ago, my wife and I welcomed a baby boy through the miracle of IVF.
How about that?
That's awesome.
Just as your voices have been the soundtrack of my afternoons for many years, they will be the soundtrack to his as he grows. I am not sad TMKS is ending. On the contrary, I am very happy to get even more Kay, LaGreca, and Rosenberg throughout my day.
There you go.
I just want to say thank you for continuing to bring light and laughter to so many every day. Similar to Michael, as I get older and now have a child, I cry at mayonnaise commercials. Looking at my son turns me into Nick Sirianni on the sideline of the Super Bowl. This weekend, I will watch Army-Navy with my infant son. Go Army. And I will most likely be watching through teary eyes for the duration. Like all of you, I'm so thankful that I have been granted the gift of fatherhood later in life. I'm 48. See you on the app every day at 3 p.m. right after K. Sincerely, Ethan Menon.
Thank you, Ethan.
And he attached some pictures of us and a picture of his baby boy sitting in front of his laptop watching the show.
That is awesome. Cool.
That is really
Michael,
sweet.
I'll forward this to you too, Michael, so you can see it. Michael still has an AOL address, everybody, in case you're wondering.
Well, why do you got to give it away? Now people can figure it out.
No, you couldn't.
If
you could.
Why would I get rid of an AOL address?
No, you wouldn't. It's just
an OG thing.
Yeah, sure it is. We talked about the unfortunate Knicks debacle last night.
Nick Sirianni debacle or New York Knickerbockers?
New York Knicks. Let's hear what Coach Thibodeau had to say. What went wrong in the third quarter, Coach?
The third quarter was a problem.
Play him out!
The deficit they had.
You know what?
You're going to miss that.
No. I am going to miss that. But you're going to have to deal with Allen, who has a relationship with the Knicks, and you're going to be doing that to his coach.
Oh no!
Good luck, my friend.
I'm not Don. I'm not going to be able to play Sleepy Tom Bobos ever again. But that was already basically shut down.
But playing him out with the music is also Allen's going to shoot you a look, and Allen's like twice your height.
He's a gargantuan man. It's true. All right, we took the. Excuse me. We took the Juan Soto presser earlier.
That was a good decision.
You feel good about it?
Well, I mean, there wasn't that much there.
That was good.
I'm glad that we did it, though.
Let's get Soto's impression of the Mets lineup. Juan?
You know, I've been watching those guys across the field for a couple years. Definitely, never get to sit down with them or anything like that. Definitely, I talked to Marte a little bit in the offseason, year past. But what I see from these guys, they are hard workers. They're grinding every day, and they're showing up every day. My personal lineup is really nice. I think we have one of the best leadoff hitters in the game, and I feel like we can even feel a little bit more, but definitely it looks really good so far.
Now, speaking of talking to players, did you talk at all to Mr. Aaron Judge?
I haven't.
You expect to?
Yeah, why not? Yeah, definitely. At the end of the day, we're still friends. We're still cool. Everything that happens, it's just business-wise. But what we create, the relationship that we create last year, I think it's going to stay there forever. And I think I'm looking forward to do it.
Forever might be a bit much. In the latest in football's favorite soap opera, What's Happening with AJ and Jalen Hurts, the quarreling wide receiver quarterback combo in Philly have spoken. Here's A.J. Brown on his relationship with Jalen Hurts.
BG is just being BG. He's emotional. In that case, he just misspoke. Me and Jalen are good.
Could you see where there might be a misperception based off?
I think that's what everybody. I think that's what the world did. They perceived what I said about passing and felt like it was an attack on Jalen.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And Jalen, how do you feel about A.J.?
We're good. We're good. He knows I had a lot of love for him, just like I got a lot of love for all these guys. And ultimately, he's a guy that's a competitor. He wants to win. He damn sure wants the ball, and he wants to.
Oh yeah! Thank you. Good job. I mean, guys, I just heard two clips, and if those guys think that in any way you would come away from hearing that thinking they're good, I got an update, guys. You're not right.
No.
He's a competitor. First of all, when you have to say, Don, if you were to say, ask me how I feel about Michael Kay.
How do you feel about Michael Kay now that he's leaving?
That's a great question. Man, really, I really like Kay, man. I like all these guys at the radio station. I like Alan. I like Bart. I like Dan. I like Lamp. I like Rugg. Wow. That's not going to make things better. But I appreciate the effort, guys.
Yeah, I love Michael Kay. He's radio, man.
No, listen, Michael, he likes to talk, into a microphone and do a show with other people at times. Because sometimes us, sometimes by himself. That's right.
We find ourselves sometimes in the same studio.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll actually be doing a story during ENN, and I'm not even sure if he's there. But I keep powering through because that's what we do as teammates. That's what we do. And that'll do it for the penultimate ENN on this Thursday, December the 12th, all brought to you by our dearest friends who've been so supportive over the years at Security Dodge. Shop 24/7 at securitydodge.com during their wrap-up the year sales event.
Are we going to have an ENN tomorrow at the big party?
Why not? Are you kidding? The last show doesn't have an ENN?
It's hard to do with a big crowd of people screaming and clawing at Peter.
We've always done the ENN.
They're going to be clawing at Peter.
The weird thing is, it'll be the first 4:30 ENN at a live show.
Yeah, usually people are like lubed up at 6:30 or 6. Yeah.
Interesting. But you know what? We got to do it. I mean, it's the last one.
I'd be offended if you didn't.
It should be noted, by the way, that ENN will be coming to the Peter, Don, Allen vehicle.
Despite the fact that I came up with the idea?
Right, but
there was some conversation about the legalities within that, and we decided to power through. And certainly if you want to try to bring a legal case.
First of all, it's best left in your hands. And it's hard to, as Don said earlier this week, it's hard to actually react alone.
And nobody else is allowed to talk, so who else would do it? They can get the AI guy to do it.
Oh my gosh, AIENN?
That's a good idea, man.
AINN.
AINN would be something, Michael.
Yeah, I'm good. Nobody could do it like you.
Oh, look at that. Look at the love.
There it is. Now
was that in the letter?
Don't worry about putting Peter's letter, and I don't want you guys comparing letters, okay?
Yeah, because Don's letter's changed.
No, Don's letters become trash now.
Stop it. You're going to send it to me, and you're going to love every second of it.
Hey, Michael K. here to tell you about my friend.